Welcome. Today we are going to make a budget that looks just like this, a yearly budget that's all on one spreadsheet on Google Sheets, and this is just a step-by-step guide. I apologize for no camera, but I've been having issues with this, so I just thought I would play it safe and just stick with audio, and we'll see how it goes. So we are going to start from scratch. So in the end, you will have a budget that looks like this. Let's start over. Let's add a sheet, and we'll do YouTube budget. So let's start off with a title, and I'm going to do a family budget because that's what my budget is. Yours might be personal, yours could be individual. Mine is family. I should start off by saying that before I started doing this budget, I went on my bank account and wrote down any income and expenses for the past 2 months. Yeah, I did it on my bank account, and I went on my credit card statements and wrote down any and all expenses and income so that I could have a good idea of the categories that I wanted to add to my budget, and also savings. So you might want to start off by doing that as well. It is totally up to you, or you just might want to get to it and do the budget. As well, I will be linking a template of the budget we make to this video. So if you don't want to do the budget, a follow along budget, you can just grab it at the end. That is a-okay with me. So let's just keep going here. So let's label the months. I leave 2 columns blank because I will add the income, and I just like to have an extra column. So, and this is just a basic budget. So you can make it fancier if you want, or you can keep it basic. This is just a run-of-the-mill basic budget. So let's go ahead and label the months. We'll make it look pretty at the end. Right now, we're just getting our information on the screen. And if you couldn't tell, I am not a Google Sheets expert. I fumble my way through the best as anybody and make it work. I'm not going to be using formulas or anything like that. I will use some things like the sum feature, but I'm not typing in any formulas. I don't know any. I don't have any plans to learn it. I can get by with what I know. And this column is going to be for income. So we'll label that. And now we list all the sources of income. Now I am going to take the quick way and go back to this example budget and copy and paste it, because this is from my own financial statements, because I made this budget to make sure I knew what I was doing so that I could show you how to make one. So, but you can go ahead and type yours in. I'm just going to copy and paste. And then I will leave a couple rows free in case you need to add more. You can always add rows by right mouse clicking and insert a row, but I just leave a couple rows free, and I'll just write total. And then I separate my expenses from fixed to, what am I saying? I separate my expenses into variable and fixed. Fixed expenses being the expenses that don't change month to month, like the amounts stay the same and they're generally the same expenses. So I'm going to, I'll just leave one space and do fixed expenses. And then you can go ahead and list your fixed expenses if you have separated them. If you don't know what they are yet, if you haven't gone through your bank statement, then don't worry about it and do it later. But I'll show you what mine are. And it's things like rent, internet, bank fees. I have a Y membership because that's monthly. What else we got on here? Netflix, yes, Audible, gymnastics, counseling. So, I mean, some of these you could count some of these as variable expenses, but I anything that's recurring monthly, I just use it. I just put as fixed and put your total. And then the next category will be variable expenses. So these are expenses that change, such as groceries, like department store purchases. It's usually a lot. Amazon, like credit card payments, vehicle maintenance, clothes, shoes, restaurant, anything that kid things. And you'll probably be adding on to that too, but it's good to get, like I said, I went back and did 2 months worth of bank statements, but I bet I'm missing things and we'll need to add as I go on. So total there. And then the next column is my savings. So we have an emergency fund, TFSA, RSP, and our ESP. All right, so those are the main portions of my budget. Like I said, they might change, and they might have to add on, or you know you might have different categories. I tend to categories. Gosh, I tend to categorize mine. I'll show you my old one. I had too many variable expense categories. It was getting confusing. On This is my current one. It's just too many. Like I have Dollarama and Walmart. I think I have Giant Tiger somewhere. Like it was just a lot of stores, so I grouped it into department stores. And if I find that I would rather have them marked as, if I'd rather have them individual, I can just put them individual on my budgets. But right now, I'm going to have them as department stores. I just have things grouped together, so it's not so much. But we'll see if it works or not. It's a work in progress. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit prettier so we can. I'm actually going to move that over one row to the H column just so it's centered. I should have erased it and not copied. I should have cut it, not copied, but there we go. So I'm going to see. My goodness, I'm just trying to highlight it. That's all that was about. So let's highlight that. And let's highlight this whole column will be highlighted. Not highlighted. Bolded. Sorry, we bolded the title and we're going to bold the months and center them. I like them centered. Make this however way you want. And we'll color this while we're here. I don't know. Do like this. Ooh, I don't like that color. Let's do this color. And we'll do the same with the income. So we'll bold it and center it. And we'll go ahead and color this whole. I did have this one box colored, but I kind of like the look of coloring in the whole lines or filling it in. So income, I like doing that kind of a green color because that's money coming in. And your total, I'm going to bold the whole row and center. Am I going to center the total? Do I like it centered? Yeah, I'll center the total and we'll color it. Let's see, maybe a deeper green. You can make these colors whatever you want. The sky is the limit. And I am going to just delete this row because I don't like the look of having the row between. So all I did was clicked on it and then right clicked and delete row. So fixed expenses, we're going to again bold and center and color that row. So expenses, I do like, it's kind of red because those are expenses. And we'll do a total. So again, we highlight the whole row, bold, center, and we'll do like a little deeper red. And I'm going to get rid of this row again, which I just clicked on it and then right clicked, delete row. And now I will bold, center, and color. We'll color it since it's also expense. Let's just go over here. And you see how these are going over into the other line, like these longer words are going into the other column. If you just click in between the columns, so at the end, so I'll click in between the B and the C, just double click it. It'll make the rows as long as, or makes the columns as wide as they need to be to fit the words in properly. So let's do total, which again we will bold, center, and color. Let's just go. Oh, I don't. That's too red. And saving. So again, I'm gonna delete this row. Delete row. Savings. We bold, center, and we will color. We'll go with like a green. And we forgot to add the total. Well, not we, me. So I'm gonna add a total. And highlight the row. Bold, center, and well, even darker green. So again, use whatever colors you want, and you don't have to total. I might take out the total centered because I don't really. Let's make it. I kind of like it off to the left, so we are going to take off the center and just highlight that box, and there. So there we have it, and we can color the top one. Let's go. We haven't done any blue colors. There we go. And it's much prettier. And the only other thing that I do while I make these budgets are I will. This is the total, right? So we want to sum up all of these different income and expenses. So what I do without using any formulas, I highlight the columns that I want to add up. So I guess it's the rows in the column. So we just drag from your first income to the line right before the total. So this line 15 on this one. And then we go to this sum function, or this function key, and sum. And it's 0. But if we add like numbers here, 12, 5, or 41, whatever I would see, it adds it up. So it'll add up each time you put it in. Now to get this all the way to December, we don't have to sum up all of the columns individually. We can just take this dot here and move it all the way along. And now you have 0. So, oops, that's too far. So now you can go, it's like say for June, 4, 4, 4. I did the same thing. So it's 8. So these will get added up as you insert them. And we're going to do that for the fixed expenses. And again, you just highlight the rows that you want in this column. So I'm going to go all the way to the line before you want the total to be. So that's the line before the total. And hit this function key, sum. And then you click on that box, get that circle, pull it all the way to December, and there you go. And now we do the same thing for here. So highlight it, function, sum, find your little dot, and just go over to the last one. Now you might be saying, oh, I can't see the months anymore. Yes, that is true. So let's fix that. So to get these to stay while you scroll down, and if you have to move over, you can't see what categories it is. So let's just fix that. So you want to highlight B, right? Because that's the column you want to stay still. So we go to View, Freeze. We'll go 2 columns, right? So now when we move over, those things will stay. Now our months will still go up, so let's do something with that. So highlight 2, View, Freeze, 2 rows. And now you can go like this and like this, and you'll still be able to see what you're entering. So that's just how you freeze the rows and the columns. So let's go down and finish summing up this. So again, highlight the columns you want to sum up until right before the line that you want the total to show up on. Function, sum. Click on that cell, pull that little circle all the way to where you want it, and there you have it. Now when you type in whatever amounts, it will automatically tally them. That's literally all you have to do to make a budget. And like I said, make it any color you want, make it any categories you want, call it whatever you want. Just make one and use it. That's the most important thing. And yeah, if you have any questions, please leave it down below. And this is a basic budget. I'll probably add on to it as time goes on, and I will make videos and I will make a video showing any add-ons that I make to this budget. That's why I left this column totally empty, because I do have add-ons in mind that I will show you as I do them. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you get your budget going for the year. I'm going to start using this budget in June, because like I said, my other one is so muddled that I'm probably just going to cut and paste this budget over on my 2024 one and start using it in June when I do my budgeting video. So you should see it soon. And thanks for watching. I hope this helped. Please leave any question and comments in the comment section down below. And I hope you have an awesome day.